god.
I don't remember.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah, man, I got the amp once too. Whew, it was a hoot.
Your mom thinks so as well.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started on DMO2.
Nice.
The more I play this map, the more I realize why it's like everyone's favorite DM map, right?
Right. Oh, nice. You guys have fusions and amp enabled in the tournament.
Yeah, it's a real tournament.
It's a real tournament.
So tryme seems to have established really strong control right out of the gate.
Sounds like Lick had the amp.
I don't know how Space Ghost got turned around there.
Yeah, I kind of seemed like he was almost lost. Interesting strategy for red team to give up high ground. Both of them give up high ground in that little exchange.
This is nuts. I mean, I haven't seen much rail at all in this tournament. I guess there's only 2 maps that have it, but
Yeah,
Sid
well,
is
you're gonna
no
see a lot of rail out of these players.
because like Sid likes rail, right?
Sid likes the rail, that is true. Yeah, I think coming off a dual tournament, there must have been some little surprises for people that how their, I guess, mindset and strategies wouldn't transfer over so well to 2v2. Oh, the blue team has the amp, I think?
Yeah, unfortunately, they don't really have good position.
And
And I don't think they have much
yeah.
armor. They've been shut out for so long.
They're finally on the board.
And the amp is dead, though.
That was a good fusion. I wonder if he actually saw the player. I didn't see them.
I think I saw them.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, they're just completely shut out of the map right now.
Yeah, 2v2 can be a bit brutal when it comes to map control. This is unfortunate. This is... Okay, here we go. Pro tip to people playing Red Faction, you do not want to jump in the middle of a gunfight.
Sid is incredibly early for the amp. And runs away from it.
Lick using the gun known as the nuke cannon.
What are you talking about? It's the best weapon in the
Actually
game.
up now, so there's a
No, the nuke cannon is not the best weapon in the game.
That is reserved for the rail driver.
Yes, objective. But you know, two amps and
this
the
amp
other
hasn't
team
gone
can be
any,
right.
hasn't done any work at all because he was completely zoned out.
Can we see the scoreboard? I see.
If they can somehow break control, they could turn this around in 5 minutes. It's very doable in 2v2, but
I agree. They're getting farmed though. Nick, what do you do if you're up against 2 railers in this map?
Oh, you have to rail back.
What if you don't have a rail, Nick?
You have to bait out their shots or try to keep distance from them. If you don't have a lead already, though, you're pretty screwed.
That was a nice rail shot. Yeah, vamp again. Not much to say here, really. It's just
Yeah,
map
so
control.
realistically, there's only going to be probably another 3 or 4 fusions and 2-ish amps. So they're going to need to make up a 40 frag difference with 2 amps if they get them, which is not very likely at this point.
Oof, that was nice.
That does seem like the strategy that they're using here isn't going to work so well on the second map, so it'll be interesting to see how well that goes.
What is the second map?
Abrupt Decay.
Abrupt Decay. So what you're telling me, Goober, is they won't be able to kill each other through walls in Abrupt Decay.
That is correct. Given there's
That's
no rail driver.
unfortunate. Wow, that is
The,
unfortunate.
Yeah, the amp area is also significantly harder to play around. So we'll see. I've noticed that a lot of players have trouble with the amp area in Abrupt Decay. They can't really navigate or fight around it properly yet. So
Yeah, it's hard, man. It's like 2 stories below the upper level of the map.
Wow, Mike's got the fusion. He should. Oh, and they have. Nice, he took out their amp. I think nope, he didn't. Somehow the amp survived, but still.
got him with the shotgun afterwards. But the problem is that they needed that amp.
Yeah, they needed an amp. That's right. Just by
And-
denying it.
Yeah, just by picking it up, they've kind of sealed any chance for. Yeah, Mike and Space Ghost have just not been able to establish any kind of control on any part of the map or consistently take
I
the
don't
items
know.
that they needed to,
Yeah,
to
okay.
actually use. And there's just been no leverage of the pickups that they have gotten.
I don't know, like, why Mike and Space Ghost gave up top control there. I mean, they were both there. They were packed up.
I will say it is kind of amazing the difference the higher update rate makes on the spectate cam. Like this spectator
Yeah,
looks
this is not.
so
Yeah,
much better than the dual
this is
tournament
nowhere
did.
near as janky as the 1v1 tourney.
I like that fusion strat.
It's not what I would call a high EV play, but fun to watch.
1 minute remaining.
Yeah, so I mean, going into this next map, Mike and Space Ghost really need to make some adjustments. They need to actually focus on establishing some level of control. They won't have to deal with rail, but
Oh,
if
wow.
they can't seem to, get a grasp on locking down an area of the map, then I don't know if the lack of a rail is going to help them very much.
30 seconds remaining.
I'm gonna pause the game for a quick second between these two rounds and just try to up the volume a little tiny bit on the stream.
Sounds good.
My game client just died. 1 second.
Do you guys enjoy this wonderful desktop stream?
I like it. He's got a good desktop background.
One second, folks. I just gotta restart my game client.
Wow.
That's a big dash faction.
Password leaked.
No. I hid the game client while I did that.
Oh, he's a thinker.
All right, the volume on stream should be a little bit better there now. And it looks like we're good to go to map 2.
Which is probably Abrupt Decay is like my favorite map to play out of the pool for this one. I think other people feel the same.
Yeah, Abrupt Decay is probably the best map in the pool.
Like Goober's like the other map that Goober made that is in the pool, Steam Vents. It is asymmetrical. Is that a purposeful thing that you'd always do?
Normally.
Most deathmatch maps are asymmetrical.
I suppose, yeah.
Mike appears to be walking around but isn't responding to me. Alright, so we'll go ahead and go to map 2, Abrupt Decay.
Counter target spell, all right?
No.
Game.
Destroy
over.
target permanent?
Nerds.
Abrupt Decay is destroy target permanent with CMC3 or less, can't be countered.
Cannot be countered, yes.
All right, so tryme is going to get the first amp.
Wow, did they get just like an awesome spawn there?
They just got a really good spawn for it, yeah. So amp, SMG. This should be enough to get a pretty decent early lead.
Space Ghost.
That
Not
jump
doing
is
the correct jump.
yep.
I've seen some goofy movement out of both teams so far. They're not
Yeah, I've
really,
seen a bunch of jumping in the middle of fights.
yeah, they're still a little green on this map, I think, in terms of like navigating it cleanly.
I've
And
never
Sid's
thought about
amp
this
really
map.
didn't really get that much use.
No.
He kind of went a really goofy way with it. Didn't really get the
I
most
haven't
out of it that he
thought
could
much
have.
about this map in a 2v2 context. I still think one person camping in that sweet spot is probably a good idea.
I think so. I don't think camping in it is necessary. I think you need to control it. And in a 2v2,
Yeah, that's
like,
really what I mean. Yeah.
in a 2v2, if you know that one player is always going to be trying to camp in it, then you can converge on that guy. And so it's not really that strong of a position anymore, but you definitely need to control it. I mean, This spot that Lick is in is
Oh,
actually.
oh, that is just an on. What was he thinking on that amp?
Yeah, I don't know. That was way too risky of a grab.
And he was looking the wrong way while he was. Guys, you never want to walk backwards in FPS games, okay? Like, walk forwards. Forwards is good.
But what
Press
if there's
W.
someone behind you?
Exactly. You're walking towards them if they're behind you, and you're walking backwards.
I don't know. It sounds all relative, man.
Just do not walk backwards while facing a wall when no one's there. Not high expected value play.
There's a nice shotgun kill there.
I wonder why it took him so long to take this armor. It's like he was trying to bait it or wasn't really very indecisive about picking up that 50 armor for some reason. It was
Yeah,
really
he
weird.
was playing a bit too careful. Maybe he had a sound key or something, but
The armor was just
maybe he was
poison,
trying to
man.
bait it.
Sid is way too early for amp.
Yeah, I'm wondering what this timing here is.
I will say, judging from the match that my partner and I had against Mike and Space Ghost, they had a good timer, at least much better than my teams on amp in every map we played.
Well, Sid has managed to time the amp by sitting next to it for 40 seconds. So, but it's gonna end with him getting beat down. It's a anticlimactic amp run there.
He waited so long too.
It's a little bit more even this map. I mean, it didn't take him as long as last map to get on the board.
That's true.
I think that's probably due to the lack of rail.
Lack of rail, and I think we've definitely seen more goofy stuff from Sid.
I never knew there was that ramp there.
I think that's the first time I've ever seen anyone in a tournament put that bridge across.
I hit that button early, like just an hour ago when I was messing around in this map, and I did not see that happen.
File a bug.
Yeah, I'll talk
No,
to
it's there.
I'll talk to the creator.
Talk to your administrator.
Goober.
The button works.
Sid is once again
What is
incredibly
it-
early for the
I
amp.
think Sid might just be not understanding the amp timer by full minutes.
I think he's just decided to eschew any kind of timing etiquette and instead just camp the room at every opportunity. He'll just camp it the whole time.
And he didn't
Sid,
get
if you're
punished.
watching this, don't hate us for laughing. It's a little bit weird watching someone camp the amp like that.
He's from California. He likes the water.
That's true. He could just be chilling in there because there's a little bit of a pool going on. I don't know if it's exactly the kind of water you want to be in, but then again, he's from California.
Right. So, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if Sid and Lick win this match, who are they up against next?
I think they'll be going to face O'Neal and Alec in the semifinals.
That is
Okay.
correct.
That'll
Yeah.
if that does happen, it'll be fun to spectate and commentate.
Yeah, it should be a pretty interesting match.
Yes. What? Huh?
I don't even know what to say.
This isn't CS:GO. There's no jumping sniper shots. I don't know what's going on.
I was jumping to try to get an ang, so I mean, I can understand that, but yeah, I don't see this really turning around at this point.
No, it's too
There's-
far gone now.
There's just not enough time, and Lick's just gotten an amp off. It's tryme really could have been abused with Sid showing up to the amp so early all the time. It would have been a perfect moment for them to, if they had good timing, to, you know, converge onto Lick.
Right.
But, you know, neither team seems to really have a really good grasp on the amp as far as like getting it on time. But tryme is camping the ever living shit out of it, so they're at
He's
least
there
getting it.
again.
And unfortunately, they have such a big lead now that it really doesn't matter.
This is true. Heads up for whoever just joined the channel. We're live on Twitch.
Would this be the last map they would be playing?
Yeah, this is most likely the last map, unless something incredible happens in these last 2 minutes.
Nope. 2-minute warning. Time to cash out or start killing. I don't know which of those is going to happen, or either.
And so pretty strong showing from tryme.
Yeah, I
They-
would say so.
They seem
1
to have
minute
pretty bad
remaining.
timing, but at least they have some kind of concept of controlling the map. It's going to be really interesting to see them play against O'Neal and Alec. I don't know if that'll be happening today. Or if that'll happen
I'm
later in the week.
not sure. I was talking to Lick earlier, and I think he was saying that they were going to try to have it happen sometime this
30
week, or
seconds
maybe the
remaining.
weekend. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
O'Neal and Alex availability.
Oh
10,
wow, what is
9,
that? Is
8, 7, 6,
I feel the same way.
4,
yeah.
3, 2, 1. Game over.
All right, so it looks like tryme will proceed.
Yeah, and coast to coast.